Okay, well, we're here in the new season. Red Horizon is live. But before we take a look at really anything that is new, have you all heard the news from today? Do you know what has happened? Our pleas were heard. They have buffed the Steel and Sons. They actually did it. I feel like I'm running through the streets on horseback calling out to the town. They buffed the Steel and Sons.
The British are coming! The British are coming!
The Steel and Sons are coming, exactly. So, 3 major things were done that they highlighted in the patch notes. They did a big stability buff on it, reducing its vertical recoil. We'll take a look at that. They increased the total amount of stacks. It used to be 3, now it's 4. So if you have 4 full body shots stacked up, you're getting 16% amp damage, and if you trade those in for a headshot, that'll deal an extra 44%. And then they upped the weak point amp damage from 10 to 30%. It's still just for a 5-second window, but it got a 200-300% increase. So let's take a look at how the recoil compares to before. I don't know if y'all remember what it used to be, but if I were to not control the recoil and do it, it would basically end up around there by the end of the mag. Actually, you know what? I will even take off my weapon handling bonuses to be as objective as possible. Here we go. Still gets there eventually, but if I just do a light hold on the trigger, much less aggressive than it used to be. And then if you do put on stuff that synergizes, like the recently buffed aces and eights, and I do the same thing, then it's even better than that. I'm not holding it whatsoever right now. So I think we should go and try this out. This is the build that I put together. Once again, aces itself has been buffed, so you know I get 30% weapon handling on the 3-piece. You get way more amp damage per shot, up to 100% if you use the chest piece. This build is not optimized for damage. I want to be clear on that. So there are ways you can make a rifle build that achieve higher DPS values than this, but this is more or less how I would set something up if I want to run solo. I like the Exodus gloves for that utility, and they buffed up Overlord as well. You get an extra 2% damage on the 1-piece. But I say we give this a shot. Of course, you can see we have no prototype items. We're going to have our modifiers off, so there's nothing influencing this, but let's see how it does. All right, from super long range, let's see how we do here. Okay, not too bad. What do y'all think of that version or presentation of it? Much better? Looking good? Better? So, I mean, given that this build is not, again, set up for optimal DPS, I'm using Exodus, and my Steel and Sons has optimal range. I could have 10% more detalk there. I feel like that's pretty solid, at least much better than it was before. Before we make a final conclusion, though, should we look at what this could do if we were to maximize how much rifle damage we're doing? Like, what would be the way to squeeze out the most amount of DPS here? Overdogs, glass cannon, vigilance, maybe? Okay, well, maybe there are certain changes you can make here. Either way, there should be much more raw base damage with perfect glass cannon, 2-piece of SP Zoo for the 24% rifle. So, let's see how this does. Solid. Well, there you go. Final thoughts. Is the Steel and Sons better now? And I want to know, if any of y'all out there don't have this and have not done the incursion, is this enough of an incentive for you to now want to go get it? It's a bit more viable. This with the Aces buff makes me want to farm a good one. I still haven't done it, but now I think I want to. A little better. May not be for everyone, but damn, that weapon looks cool as hell. Yeah, I think regardless of what you think on it or its performance after the buff, it will always remain one of the coolest looking exotics in the game. Oh! We just got a Ravenous! I might not be friendly. Let's go.
Coming to the Division 2.
Let's go!
And